The Blues have confirmed a growing number of COVID-19 cases within their squad. The Blues' blockbuster game against the Crusaders in Christchurch on Saturday is in jeopardy, as is the Highlanders with Moana Pasifika on Friday, as a potential fixture crisis looms over Super Rugby Pacific. The Blues confirmed on Tuesday that they were dealing with more cases of COVID-19 after several players had to withdraw from the game against the Highlanders last Friday. Allison of the Highlanders have confirmed an increasing number of cases among players and staff. The Blues can confirm that COVID is further impacting our squad, Blues Chief Executive Andrew Hawes said in a statement. We are currently working through the full impacts of this situation, including in regards to this week's fixture against the Crusaders. Asterisk fixture change to give Hurricanes more time to prepare after COVID-19 outbreak. Asterisk COVID outbreak hits Blues ahead of Super Rugby Pacific match against Highlanders. Asterisk Super Rugby Pacific, New Zealand-based teams set to be whacked in the wallet. Asterisk frustration high as Hurricanes Super Rugby Pacific match postponed because of COVID. Asterisk Super Rugby Pacific teams to gradually abandon Queenstown bubble. Both the Crusaders and New Zealand Rugby are fully aware of the current situation. We are not in a position to add any other details at this stage, but will be able to speak further on developments hopefully by tomorrow. Note that all planned media interviews with players set for today will be postponed, and we will be in touch to reinstitute these once the situation is resolved. Meanwhile, the Highlanders cancelled training on Tuesday, as a growing number of COVID-19 cases within the squad puts the against Moana Pasifika in increasing doubt. Stuff fitter, faster, stronger athletes means the physical toll is increasing for women rugby players. The Highlanders are scheduled to host Moana Pasifika in Dunedin on Friday, as they search for their first win of the Super Rugby Pacific season. However, a spokesman said, due to a growing number of COVID cases across players and staff, we have taken the precaution of cancelling today's training and media session. At this point, there has been no decision made on Friday's game. Both teams will be desperate to play for different reasons. The Highlanders need a victory to kickstart their season, while Moana Pasifika have already suffered the frustration of having 3 games postponed. If the Highlanders game does not proceed, it will put more pressure on Moana Pasifika's ability to cram a growing backlog of games into the remainder of the season. They already face the prospect of twice having to play 3 games in 8 days to fit in the postponed games against the Blues and Chiefs, and the postponed match against the Hurricanes is yet to be rescheduled. The alternative would be to hand 2 competition points to each side for a cancelled game, but New Zealand Rugby has signalled a determination to play as many games as possible. NZ Rugby General Manager, Professional Rugby and Performance Chris Lendrum said in a statement that his organisation was working through the full impacts of this situation. New Zealand Rugby can confirm that COVID is further impacting a number of our squads, Lendrum said. We are working through the full impacts of this situation, including in regards to this week's fixtures, and will announce any changes in due course. We are not in a position to add any other details at this stage, but will be able to speak further on developments hopefully by tomorrow. On Monday, Moana Pasifika playmaker Christian Lealiafano admitted that the disruptions for the Super Rugby newcomers had been challenging. It's been challenging for a lot of teams and people during this time, he said. I guess the focus for us has just been trying to prepare, as if we are playing every week, set out our weekly schedule, and just try to get things going as best we can, now that we're all pretty fit and healthy. It's disruptive, but I think we've done really well as a group to be really focused on our process and try to get our game right. COVID-19 has already forced a rejig of the coming weekend's fixtures. The Hurricanes will play the Chiefs a day later than originally scheduled to allow them more time to recover after COVID-19 swept through the Super Rugby Pacific squad last week. The 7th place Hurricanes were set to host the 6th place Chiefs at Sky Stadium in Wellington at 7:05 p.m. on Saturday, but New Zealand Rugby announced on Monday that the Round 5 game would now be played at 3:35 p.m. on Sunday. The between the Crusaders and the Blues at Orange Theory Stadium in Christchurch, originally scheduled for Sunday afternoon, has been brought forward to fill the Saturday night time slot. The Hurricanes' previous game against Moana Pasifika was postponed until later in the season after a high number of positive COVID-19 cases left them without the sufficient numbers needed to field a team.